that Jake Paul would survive against the Mike Tyson. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time.
I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep.
Okay, Conor, like after I fuck up Mike Perry, then you're next.
The boxing world has been a roller coaster of emotions and drama with personalities like Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and Joe Rogan stirring the pot. The much anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has been a topic of heated discussions, especially after Joe Rogan's explosive reaction to Jake Paul's decision to back out. This development has not only shocked fans but also raised significant questions about sportsmanship, authenticity, and the future of boxing. Joe Rogan's reaction. Joe Rogan, known for his outspoken nature and deep understanding of combat sports, did not hold back his frustration when he learned about Jake Paul's decision to cancel the fight with Mike Tyson. Rogan's immediate response was a mix of disbelief and anger. "I can't believe this kid is backing out after all that talk," Rogan exclaimed, echoing the sentiments of many fans who had been eagerly waiting for the showdown. Jake Paul had been vocal about his confidence and readiness to take on Tyson, but his sudden withdrawal painted him in a different light. Rogan's critique went beyond mere disappointment. He laid out a detailed analysis of how this move would haunt Jake's career. This decision could wreck Jake's reputation, not just in boxing, but with his fans too, Rogan pointed out. The hype surrounding the fight was immense, and backing out at the last minute made Jake look like he couldn't handle the pressure of facing a true legend.
Tyson people would talk shit too. There's certain people that are just crazy.
The impact on Jake Paul's career. Jake Paul's decision to cancel the fight had immediate repercussions. The boxing community, which had been divided on Jake's legitimacy as a fighter, now found a common ground in criticizing his decision. Social media platforms exploded with opinions, most of them siding with Rogan. Fans who were initially excited about the fight felt betrayed, expressing their disappointment and accusing Jake of being all talk and no action. The backlash wasn't just from fans. Critics and fellow fighters also weighed in, questioning Jake's commitment and courage.
I never saw anybody who looked like Mike Tyson in his prime. I think you can't maintain the kind of focus that was required to be this guy.
Rogan's rant wasn't just a personal vent session, it struck a chord with the whole boxing community. It highlighted the stark difference between real sportsmanship and celebrity antics. Despite his bravado, Jake showed he didn't understand or respect what it means to step into the ring with someone like Mike Tyson.
Today was a day, you know. Play with fire, sometimes happen.
The brutal practice match. Adding fuel to the fire was the story of Jake Paul's practice match with Mike Tyson. This session, meant to be a preparation, turned into a brutal wake-up call for Jake. Reports emerged that Jake was completely outmatched, suffering severe concussions from Tyson's powerful punches. Kid got a taste of what's coming. Tyson smirked after the session. Even at 55, Tyson demonstrated his enduring strength and precision, leaving Jake shaken and unprepared. This practice match highlighted Jake's lack of preparedness and the dangers of underestimating a seasoned fighter like Tyson. The injuries Jake sustained were serious enough to require immediate medical attention. His doctors advised him to step back and prioritize his health, emphasizing the risk of long-term damage if he continued. This medical advice was a significant factor in Jake's decision to cancel the fight, showcasing the harsh realities of professional boxing. Joe Rogan's continued critique. Joe Rogan's comments continued to resonate as he emphasized the importance of health and safety in the sport. "Jake, you have to prioritize your health. Tyson is not a joke," Rogan said emphatically. He stressed that no fight is worth risking permanent damage, reinforcing the idea that health should always come before hype. Rogan's insights served as a poignant reminder that the stakes in boxing are incredibly high, and the consequences of underestimating an opponent can be severe. The $350 million lawsuit. The drama didn't end with the cancellation of the fight. Mike Tyson hit Jake Paul with a $350 million lawsuit for breach of contract. This legal action was more than just a financial maneuver, it was a statement. Tyson wanted to hold Jake accountable and ensure that the fight took place. For Tyson, this wasn't just about money, it was about principle and legacy. The lawsuit added immense pressure on Jake, making it nearly impossible for him to walk away without severe consequences. The shift in public opinion. As the news of the lawsuit and the details of the practice match spread, public opinion continued to shift. Fans who once supported Jake began to see him in a different light. The narrative of Jake being a fearless fighter started to crumble, replaced by the image of a young, overconfident celebrity who had bitten off more than he could chew. Rogan's critique and the ensuing events highlighted the importance of authenticity and respect in sports, traits that Tyson embodied but Jake seemed to lack. The aftermath and health concerns. In the aftermath of the practice match, Jake Paul's health issues became a major concern. He experienced severe headaches, dizziness, and trouble focusing, symptoms indicative of serious brain trauma. These health issues were a stark reminder of the dangers of the sport and the risks involved in underestimating a seasoned fighter like Tyson. Despite his public bravado, Jake had to make the tough call to prioritize his health and future over the immediate hype of the fight. Mike Tyson's postponement due to health issues. Adding another layer to the unfolding drama, Mike Tyson himself faced health issues that forced him to postpone the fight. During a flight from Miami to Los Angeles, Tyson experienced a significant medical scare, suffering an ulcer flare-up that required immediate attention. Despite his fierce persona and commitment to the fight, Tyson had to ensure his health came first, showcasing his professionalism and dedication to the sport. Jake Paul's opportunistic reaction. Jake Paul's reaction to Tyson's postponement was seen as opportunistic by many. Instead of showing understanding, he declared, "Now I'm not fighting him. Destiny doesn't want it." This statement was met with mixed reactions, with some viewing it as an attempt to evade the fight while others understood the mounting challenges and uncertainties. The contrast between Tyson's unwavering commitment and Jake Jake's apparent reluctance painted a clear picture of their differing mindsets. The announcement of fighting Mike Perry. In a surprising twist, Jake Paul announced he would fight Mike Perry instead of Tyson. This move was seen as a strategic pivot to maintain fan engagement and keep ticket sales from plummeting. Perry, known for his aggressive style, was a formidable opponent but didn't carry the same legendary status as Tyson. This decision suggested a calculated effort by Jake to avoid a potentially humiliating defeat while still keeping the spotlight on himself. The legal and financial implications. The $350 million lawsuit from Mike Tyson loomed large over Jake Paul's career. This legal maneuver was not just about money but a power move to hold Jake accountable. The lawsuit carried significant financial and legal implications, potentially crippling Jake's career and financial standing if pursued. Tyson's motivation was clear. He wanted to ensure the fight took place and hold Jake to his commitments. Conor McGregor's involvement and response. Amidst all this drama, Conor McGregor's involvement added another layer of intrigue. Known for his brash personality, McGregor didn't hold back in his critique of Jake Paul. "He's a fake fighter," McGregor declared, emphasizing his disdain for Jake's antics. McGregor's comments resonated with many in the combat sports community, further tarnishing Jake's reputation. Jake Paul, in his usual fashion, responded by challenging McGregor directly. "After I expletive up Mike Perry, you're next," Jake boasted. This back and forth between Jake and McGregor kept the drama alive, with fans eagerly waiting to see if a fight between the two would materialize. Conclusion. The saga of Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and Joe Rogan has been a whirlwind of drama, controversy, and heated exchanges. From the initial hype of the fight to the brutal practice match and the subsequent cancellation, every twist and turn has kept fans on the edge of their seats. Joe Rogan's explosive reaction, the severe health issues faced by both Jake and Tyson, and the $350 million lawsuit have all contributed to a story that transcends the boxing ring. At the heart of this saga lies a lesson about sportsmanship, authenticity, and the harsh realities of professional boxing. Joe Rogan's critique, Tyson's unwavering commitment, and Jake Paul's humbling experiences have all highlighted the importance of respect and dedication in the sport. The video showed Tyson delivering powerful punches with a speed and precision that were reminiscent of his glory days. His movements were sharp, his technique refined, and his demeanor as fierce as ever.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
Mike Tyson is an absolute killer. So I was scared of going up against Mike Tyson. I was unsure. Scared.
It was clear that Tyson had been diligently preparing for a return.
There's no one to stop me. The conqueror, no, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
And the sight of him in peak condition sent shockwaves through the boxing world.
I don't see how Jake survives a body attack.
Can I make the comparison to Yoda in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, you know Yoda. Yeah. Like, he'd be hobbling around, doing whatever. But when Yoda goes to battle, you can't be Yoda. That's his element.
But Tyson didn't stop at just showcasing his training.
Kind of insulting. It's brave, it's bold of him, but it's like, Jesus Christ, there's levels to this world.
Alongside the footage, he released audio files that were nothing short of explosive. These files contained conversations that painted Jake Paul, the YouTuber-turned boxer, in a very different light. The recordings included discussions about match fixing and drug use, accusations that could potentially end Paul's career. The audio files were verified by forensic audio analysts, ensuring their authenticity and leaving no room for Paul to dismiss them as fake news.
I train every day. The process goes through the whole day. I get up in the morning, do the road work, then I go to the gym at 1, then I go to the strength and conditioning guy, then it starts all over again.
The last scene to go with any fighter.
In the audio files, Jake Paul is caught red-handed plotting to fix a match with Mike Perry.
I don't see Jake doing much against Mike.
He is heard instructing his secretary on how to bribe Perry's team to ensure Perry hits the mat in the 3rd round. This revelation is a big deal in the sports world. Match fixing undermines the integrity of the sport, and fans who spend their hard-earned money expecting a genuine contest feel betrayed. The consequences for Paul could be severe, with the potential for a lifetime ban from professional boxing. But the match-fixing scandal isn't the only bombshell in the audio files. Paul is also heard discussing his use of steroids and cocaine. He asked his secretary to procure steroids to boost his performance in cocaine for recreational use. Both substances are strictly banned in professional sports, and the use of them could lead to severe penalties for Paul. If found guilty of match fixing and drug use, Paul could face a lifetime ban from professional boxing. Sponsors and endorsements, which are crucial income streams for athletes, would likely vanish. The public backlash could further isolate him from his fan base, and the trust that is so important in sports would be gone. For Paul, this scandal could be a career-ending blow. Despite his age, Tyson's training footage shows that he still possesses incredible power and speed. His iconic uppercuts and devastating hooks indicate that he is far from past his prime. The boxing community is buzzing with excitement at the prospect of seeing Tyson back in the ring. Tyson's movements are sharp, his technique refined, and his demeanor as fierce as ever. It is clear that he has been diligently preparing for a return, and the sight of him in peak condition has reportedly made Paul reconsider his ambitions. Sources close to Paul revealed that he was taken aback by the video and is now reevaluating his potential matchup with Tyson. The sight of Tyson in peak condition has reportedly made Paul reconsider his ambitions. The release of the footage and audio files has left Paul in a precarious situation, facing potential legal consequences and a formidable opponent in the ring.
When fighting gets you erect, what does that mean? Orgasmic.
Tyson, in his prime, where he was just storming the gates, he just stalked people down and smashed them. Just, you couldn't stop him.
But the real bombshell isn't just Tyson's impressive training, it's the bizarre audio files he leaked alongside the footage. These recordings include conversations where Paul discusses match fixing and other dubious tactics. The audio files have been verified by forensic audio analysts to be genuine. In the audio, Jake is caught red-handed plotting to fix a match with Mike Perry. Paul is heard instructing his secretary on how to bribe Perry's team to ensure Perry hits the mat in the third round. Match fixing is a huge deal in the sports world, and this revelation could potentially end Paul's career. Fans shell out their hard-earned money expecting a genuine contest, only to be duped by such underhanded tactics. The audio files also reveal Paul's discussions about using steroids and cocaine. Jake is heard asking his secretary to procure steroids to boost his performance in cocaine for recreational use. Using these substances is strictly banned in professional sports and could lead to severe penalties. If found guilty of match fixing and drug use, Paul could face a lifetime ban from professional boxing. Sponsors and endorsements, crucial income streams for athletes, would likely vanish. The public backlash could further isolate him from his fan base. Trust is everything in sports, and once it's gone, good luck getting it back. Despite his age, Tyson's training footage shows that he still possesses incredible power and speed. His iconic uppercuts and devastating hooks indicate that he is far from past his prime. The boxing community is buzzing with excitement at the prospect of seeing Tyson back in the ring. The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, initially scheduled for July 20th, has been postponed to November 15th due to Tyson's health issues. The new rules imposed by Tyson make the match even tougher for Paul, pushing him to his limits.
I looked at Tyson's history. He's coming from the same history that I'm coming from. He spent some time in incarceration. While he was in incarceration, I'm still out there fighting and training hard. Mm-hmm. He didn't have that.
Tyson has changed the fight rules to include extended round durations, shorter rest periods, no headgear, continuous knockdowns, and more. These changes are designed to exploit Paul's weaknesses and give Tyson the upper hand.
Tyson can throw a punch, he can take a punch, so, he's doing something that he's used to. Now, Jake Paul makes sure that he's not in the way of those punches because Tyson's a real fighter. You gotta try and stay away from him, stay away from his power.
Jake Paul is now in a precarious situation, facing potential legal consequences and a formidable opponent in the ring.
I'm an exponent of the art of fighting. I'm a student of war. Man, Alexander and Napoleon, I know them all. I read them all, I studied them all. We getting ready for you? When did you know you wanted to get physical?
The upcoming fight will be a true test of his abilities and resilience. As the anticipation builds, fans and critics alike are eager to see how this saga unfolds. So what do you think about this whole situation? Will Jake Paul manage to redeem himself, or is he doomed to face the wrath of iron?
I don't think he's faster than me.
You can't touch me, you're not man enough.